Evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Delinquents campaign. Woo! Yes, this is session. This is session number 26 on May  1st of 2022. Our last session was exactly 1 month ago on April 1st of 2022, session 25. And the summary for our last session is as follows. So, on Saturday, October 6th of 995, with the rest of the group frozen at the precipice of the party, Mace pushed the party through the doorway. The party, the group, not the party, the party. Surrounded by few familiar and many unfamiliar faces, Snipe attempted to make friends by handing over his barrel of booze to a nearby table, briefly engaging in conversation with a few partygoers. Ashim also threw himself into the deep end, starting a conversation with a couple people and going into a long and unfortunately boring speech about his preferences for alcohol. Mace lurked along the edge of the room and then sat herself at a table with another gnomish woman named Libby, watching over her young friends as they found their footing in the festivities. Lauva immediately headed towards the table and grabbed a tankard of ale, meeting up with her teammate Vadok and learning how to properly chug a drink from him. The two consumed several flagons of ale as Lauva loosened up, though she was momentarily scared into sobriety by Vadok's looming warning about making fun of his accent, which may or may not have been a joke. Who knows? Aaron, unsure of how to proceed and with drum in hand, nervously stood by the doorway before being helped by Palmer to introduce himself to a pair of performers upon a corner stage, a long brown-haired human man and a pretty blonde gnomish woman. Palmer brought Aaron over, got the duo's attention, and then left him to speak with them. Aaron showed off his drum from Kingston Wall and asked the two if he could play with them. The man introduced himself as Rhythm and the gnome as his partner, Rainey, and offered him a spot on stage. While not particularly talented, Aaron did manage to keep up with the duo's performance, receiving a light round of applause and some ribbing from a now drunk Lauva. Rhythm seemed to recognize Lauva but was unable to place her, while Lauva immediately recognized him as one of her older brothers. She quickly excused herself back into the crowd to avoid him, while Aaron and Rhythm engaged in some conversation before Rhythm went off to get a drink. Ishim, with his only conversation partner clearly too intoxicated to continue talking or paying any sort of attention, decided instead to put his theories into practice and headed to a nearby table, proceeding to mix several drinks together to create Dragonborn juice, a delicious combination of several different drinks at the table, winning over the favor of many of the partygoers around him. Snipe, after briefly interacting with some people, proceeded further into the house, eventually peeking his head through a beaded curtain to find a smoky room in which their target, Carlin Shearbuckle, Hermes, two beautiful human women, and a pair of half-orcs sat gambling and smoking cloverleaf. Mace excused herself from the table to stealthily tail the rest of the group, doing so throughout much of the party to ensure their safety. As Lauva distanced herself from the stage, she bumped into Palmer, and the two shared an awkward interaction before Lauva disappeared further into the crowd. One by one, Lauva, Palmer, Sheem, and Snipe walked in the next room through the hallway and eventually gathered inside of the bathroom, where they could quietly interact alone, save for the duck that was floating in the bathtub. While Palmer, Ashim, and Snipe tried to devise a plan to plant the drugs on Carlin, Lauva paid little attention to the conversation and instead interjected with random loud and nonsensical statements. Palmer grabbed her by the shoulders and shook her to get her attention, quickly throwing in a "you look nice, by the way," before trying to steer the conversation back towards planning. Meanwhile, after returning with a drink, Rhythm further inquired with Aaron about his friend Lauva, asking if he knew where she was from or anything else about her. Unable to provide any other info, Aaron told Rhythm that she mostly kept to herself about her past. Rhythm swore that she was familiar, but could not place her, giving up and saying that he must be mistaking her for someone else. He let Aaron know that they'd be taking a break for some time and that they'd start playing again in a little while. Aaron left to go find his friends, eventually knocking on the door to the bathroom, and was let in with the rest of the group and the duck. There, they continued to plan how they would plant the drugs on Carlin, only to be interrupted by the shattering of a candle that had fallen from a shelf next to them. Surprised by this, Ashim used his orb to detect any magic in the area, learning that the gloves on Aaron's hands, Lauva's ring, and his own necklace were all enchanted. During this distraction, a man desperate to use the bathroom pounded incessantly upon the door, demanding that the party let him inside. The group opened the door and were quickly ushered out of the bathroom, hearing only the muffled cries of surprise at the man's realization that a duck was in the bathroom with him before they began to rejoin the rest of the party. With their planning interrupted and no clear path ahead, Ishim, Snipe, and Palmer continued to work out the details while Aaron went off to create a distraction, and Lava went back to enjoy the festivities. Ishim, Snipe, and Palmer began to quietly plan their next move in the middle of the crowded room before they were approached by a halfling man named Brewston, who explained that he had heard everything but was surprisingly on board with everything, offering to help them with their scheme. Unfortunately, after some further discussion, Brewston grew more and more suspicious of the plan, specifically calling out Ishim for doing things that were kinda creepy. As it became clearer that Brewston would not be helpful, Palmer convinced him to leave by lying and saying he heard that someone was trying to take advantage of a woman upstairs. Brewston bought the bait. Mace was discovered by the trio shortly after, where she explained that she had just been looking for another drink and happened upon them. Palmer went with Mace to find more refreshments and was ominously warned by Mace that they should discuss their plans more discreetly, subtly revealing that she had heard everything and surprising Palmer at her strange reaction to the situation. Lauva, wholly uninterested in pursuing the group's goals, instead continued to party, accidentally stumbling upon the dark room in which Hermes and Carlin were gambling and briefly greeting him before encountering Corwin and Jesper playing a drinking game. Corwin announced that he would be taking a break from the game and lightly pushed Jesper into Lauva, with Jesper cheerily greeting her and explaining the rules of the game, man overboard, to her. Lauva proved to be a natural at the game, and the two hit it off as they played, with Jesper driving the conversation multiple times towards their shared humanity. Not quite comfortable with this topic, Lauva eventually told him that she didn't have particularly fond memories of her home and preferred not to talk about it. Jesper, realizing this, stepped back and told her that, unlike her, he greatly envied others' connections to their homes and thought it was really cool to hang out with another human, describing it as feeling like he had a kinship that he didn't really share with other people. The two continued their conversation as they played the game before Guttersnipe and Ishim approached Lauva and told her that some gnome was bad-mouthing potatoes, immediately prompting Lauva to storm off and find who was responsible for the starchy slander. Surprisingly, Jesper did not react at first, but as Lauva marched down the hallway, he quickly followed after her, following some awkward glances between himself, Snipe, and Ishim. Barreling into the main room, Lauva picked out a random gnome from the crowd, whom she believed to be the culprit, and accosted him, slinging insults toward him, much to his confusion, as several partygoers and Jesper watched in awe. She demanded that he take back what he said about the human delicacy and procuring the potato from breakfast from her pockets. The dress has pockets. That's great. And telling him to eat it, prompting the partygoers to chant for him to eat the potato. Clearly wanted to be left alone, but pressured by his peers, the gnome took a big bite of the raw potato and swallowed it, much to Lauva's satisfaction. After the interaction, Jesper congratulated Lauva for doing such a good job with the crazy situation. While Lauva engaged in her drunken shenanigans, Ishim, Snipe, Mace, and Palmer met together to plant the package on Carlin, with Ishim and Snipe having cast Tiny Servant and Invisibility on the package to help their cause, and Mace and Palmer secretly agreeing to table their discussion while they helped the others. The four entered into the beaded room and found that Carlin, having been interrupted now for the third time, had posted his two half-orc bodyguards between the doorway and the table. Hermes worriedly greeted the four while Carlin protested their entry. Mace feigned a desire to meet the illustrious Hermes, pretending to be an adoring fan of his, while Ishim executed the plan. Going along with Mace's ruse, Ishim gawked at Hermes and then proceeded to trip, spilling a drink all over Carlin and causing quite a scene. In the chaos, the tiny servant hopped into Carlin's pocket undetected as he roared at the intruders to get off of him and out of his sight. The two bodyguards quickly threw the four out with the demand that they not return. In the other room, Aaron executed his own plan. allowing Bearless to take control of his voice to create a cacophonous bubble of sound to distract everyone and have Carlin run out to investigate. The room was filled with the blood curdling demonic wails and rhythmic pounding of the drums from Aaron, the crowd recoiling in horror as the sounds grew louder and louder. Finally, Aaron finished his performance, leaving the room stunned and silent. Rhythm's mouth hung agape and his face wide eyed, while Lauva quickly marched over and chastised Aaron in front of the crowd for his stunt. In an attempt to control the damage to the vibe, Lauva whipped out her recorder and began a soothing melody to calm the crowd, while Aaron, sent off by Rhythm to get a drink and now realizing the error in his ways, slinked away from the stage and withdrew himself from the main room, heading outside to lament. Mace, recognizing that everyone in the group had gotten out of control and were clearly unable to behave themselves at this social event, reprimanded Ashim, Snipe, and Palmer for their behavior and demanded that they meet her outside if they didn't want to walk home. She then went off into the party to locate the rest of the group so that they could drive home. Snipe managed to get away from the situation and found himself in the larder after passing through the kitchen, where he encountered his teammate Grash, who had proclaimed himself as the Larder Lord before exiting the pantry with a keg and several lengths of sausage, thus cementing Snipe as the new Larder Lord, ere may he reign. And that was session 25. Are there any questions, concerns, or otherwise before we begin?
Nope.
Noodles, don't eat my puzzle.
That is a concern that I cannot help you with.
Okay, we're good now. We fixed it.
Okay. So,
Other human child in a dog suit is acting up.
that was session number 25. This is session 26. So, Ashim, Palmer, and Snipe, Lauva has just, not Lauva, Mace has just reprimanded you for your incorrigible behavior at the party and has demanded that you meet her outside within the next 5 minutes, or else she will be leaving without you. Lauva, you are currently up upon the stage. You've just finished a performance on your recorder that has managed to mend the vibe of the party. Mace, you have just
On the side.
Mace, you've just headed into the main room once again to search for the rest of your colleagues to bring them home from the party. Snipe, you've just exited the larder, leaving your dements wholly unguarded. And Aaron, you're currently sat sadly upon the steps outside of the building. The sounds of the crowd pulsating muffledly through the doorway and the walls. So, who would like to begin?
I can see Lauva, right?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to walk up to Lauva because I don't think I told her.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you kind of work your way through the crowd and come up at the foot of the stage where you see Lauva has just put down her instrument and stands there looking somewhat pale and simultaneously flushed.
Thank you for doing damage control, dear. The boys are a little reckless. I'm taking the carriage in 5 minutes. If you're not outside, you're walking.
Hello.
What?
Why?
I mean, haven't you saw what Aaron did? And Ashim and Palmer, and no one's been able to find Gutter Snipe.
goes around all the time by himself. Have you seen his little feet that go
Well,
everywhere?
regardless, either you are outside in the carriage in 5 minutes or you are walking.
Okay.
And I'll walk off.
Mace, as you turn to go, you see kind of a hand peep out from behind Lava. You look and see there's this unfamiliar human man. You recognize him as one of the original performers on the stage.
Oh no.
And they're gone. He kills you. He shoots you in the fucking head. You're gone. You're dead. You're done so.
That was.
I can't.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, you recognize him as one of the original performers on the stage. And he looks over at you with a kind of concerned look upon his face. He says, "Hi there. Rhythm, nice to meet you. I saw what was going on, and I saw your friend Aaron kind of do his thing. I'll get your other friend some water, and I'll make sure she gets out soon."
Thank you very much.
He kind of gives you a warm smile and a big old thumbs up as you walk off.
Okay, Brett.
Yeah.
While that's happening, would I know my way back to the dorms from here?
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I'm just like overcome with emotion that I just start walking off.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Can I have you go ahead and roll? Let's just do a wisdom
gotcha.
check, not a saving throw.
So 11.
An 11. Okay.
Mhm.
So. Okay. Aaron, you were hardly the navigator to the party at 715 Creeks, but you reckon that you remember at least enough of the route to probably make it back to the university. If nothing else, you know that it's to the east, and if you walk east enough, you'll end up getting there. So,
Okay.
you pick yourself up off the steps after sitting there. Yeah. After sitting there for a few moments with your drum in tow, you stand up. You walk past a small crowd of people. Start walking down the road past an old street lamp
Yeah.
and down the sidewalk away from the house.
Yeah. Just completely like disassociated from everything.
Like
So,
crestfallen. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Lauva. As you stand there, kind of still teetering a bit, but having at least processed Ace's words, you feel a hand upon your shoulder. You turn around and you see Rhythm, his two hands up. He doesn't say anything, but he looks at you incredulously.
Uh, uh, hi, haven't you, while, hello?
He looks at he literally just gets his face like right up into yours. And he looks at you and he's like, he grabs your head, kind of
Oh no.
Do you wear that earring still?
Yes.
Okay.
The idea is I couldn't take it off even if I tried.
Okay. He looks and then looks and sees the earring upon your ear. He lets his hands down. By the gods! Amran, what are you doing here? And he immediately, boom, picks you up in a big old hug, laughing. he spins you around, and you kind of, oh, as you're still rather intoxicated. Oh, he eventually, boom, just kind of puts you down on a chair.
Well,
Rainy did not like that.
He grabs the chair next to you on the stage, moves it next to you on the stage, and sits next to you. What? I have so many questions. How'd you get here? What are you doing here? Oh, wait! Don't tell me! Don't tell me! All right, you played at the festival, and you've won. You won the thing. And then at night or something, some crazy thing came down from the sky, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna take you to this crazy place," and you got on, right? Oh, I'm so proud, my dear little sister. He hugs you again. Oh dear, it's so great to see you. I can't barely believe it. You were here and you didn't even try and come find me. I mean, how would you have known I was here? You probably thought that I was dead. And oh, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm overwhelming you. How are you doing? I wish I could hear you right now, but the pounding of my heartbeat in my ears, I can't even hear.
Right now, my tummy don't feel good.
Right, all right, hold on. Stay right there. You've got to, let me get Rainy, let me have Rainy get you. Oh, you've got to meet Rainy. She's my girlfriend right now, but I'm gonna ask her to marry me soon. And it's like marriage, it's crazy. It doesn't work the same here that it does there. You actually get to choose like who you marry. Rainy, dear, Rainy! And he yells over to the gnomish woman. She looks on over, and she's like, she kind of hurriedly walks on over. Yes, dear, what is it? And Rainy, this right. Sorry. This is my dear friend Lauva. She's come from very far away. We're from the same town, you see. And she's not feeling too right. Would you mind getting us a couple flagons of water, please? She kind of, all right, and heads off to get some water for you. I can't. He turns back to you. I can't believe it. I gotta say, I never thought I'd see you. Or how are mom and dad doing?
Good. I think haven't talked to them in a while. I guess a couple months since.
I know, yeah, me too.
Yeah. I honestly, things are kind of weird. None of my friends know this.
You haven't told them?
No. Well, I told one friend, but she's dead now. So.
Oh God, I'm so sorry, dear. Wow. All right. Well, here, listen. Your friend, your old friend, was kind of adamant that you get back soon. But here, you wouldn't believe who I'm living with.
Who?
It's brother Galvin. He lives here too. Who would have guessed that? We all ended up in the same place. The three of us back together again. Oh, I wish the others were here. But didn't you worry. You'll have to come visit us sometime. Are you going to the school?
Yes.
I'll,
Yes, I'm doing that.
I'll come find you.
Okay.
It'll be great. Oh, I can't believe it.
I mean, I guess you can come to the school. That'd be fine. Just like don't.
Don't what?
Okay, never mind. You know when you look at somebody and you like don't want to talk to them, but you have to talk to them because there's other things happening and you want advice but you can't because they're your brother and it's been a while and you just want to scream. That's
I know. I get that. That's fair. I feel that a lot sometimes with Galvin.
but but
You know, I'm sorry. I'm probably overwhelming you. You
it's
got
okay. Everything is fine.
great. Here, he hands you with Rainy returning. He hands you a flagon of water. Here, drink this. No, you can drink it. All right. Listen.
I flare my nostrils.
I'll come down to the university one day. All right. The two of us are still there as well. Rainy kind of like at you. We'll make it. We'll make a day out of it. We'll come in. We'll do something. We'll go to a. Have you been to what they call a restaurant yet?
Yeah, actually, a rich old guy took us to one once.
I,
They had potatoes.
I know. How did they get them here? I must say, I nearly cried when I saw them. They cook. They cook them here though. I didn't really like that.
Yeah, I saw that too. Did you see what I did to that guy? Show him how good potatoes.
You haven't changed a bit, dear. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, it's so good to see you. I can't believe it. This is the. He looks over at Rainy. The second best thing that's happened to me in years.
Aw, that's gay.
He kind of towards Rainy, and her clearly seeing that she's busy, just kind of waves off and heads back into the crowd.
How do you know? How do you know though that you love her?
He looks.
Does he know he loves her?
You're still talking to me.
Yeah.
Are you having boy troubles, Amran? Oh, my dear little sister's all grown up. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, you see a tear come to his eye as he is. You see that Rhythm is clearly overjoyed at the realization that you are here, almost as overwhelmed as you are, though projecting it in a different way. He waves his hand. Or girl troubles, whatever. Listen, I don't have a clock. Have you seen? Oh, by the way, have you seen a clock? It tells the time.
There's a big one.
I know.
What kind of fucking backwater community are humans? They don't even have any of this shit.
Well, you see here.
It's a war-torn realm.
Louisiana.
Troy.
And I can't believe there's so many things. There's so many things different from this place than home. And we do so much. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm so overwhelmed. I can't believe it. Perhaps you should go see your friend.
Okay.
Oh, it's so great to see. He embraces you once more. It's clear that now he has much more overwhelmed than you are. This whole experience has started to rapidly sober you up. Oh,
Shit, better start drinking again.
I'll come find you. All right, we'll make a day out of it. Yeah, there's so much you gotta tell me. I mean, I gotta hear about how everything's going at home. I've got to tell you about all the things. Rainy, I could talk to you about her for hours itself. Oh, it's such a crazy thing, and seeing you here, what a strange place. Oh, I love it. I love you. It's so nice to see you.
It's it's really nice to see you too. Yeah, maybe I'll. Well, you can come over, I guess, but then I gotta tell my friends, and then, you know what? I should tell my friends.
All right. Well, hey, by the way,
They're my friends.
do you just leave?
Yeah.
Okay. You jump up from the chair as he continues to be. All right, I'll see you later. You jump down off of the stage and onto the grounds. Where do you go?
Okay, let's see. Tabletop's over here. I was told to go outside, so I'm gonna stand right there by the door.
Touch grass.
I was told to go touch grass. So I'm gonna stand by the door and try to see which one of my teammates I guess could see right here so I could say goodbye.
Okay.
But I want to go upstairs.
Guys,
God damn it.
Bodoc's right there if you want.
Okay.
That was quite a bogog.
Well, that's who seems to do that.
So you go outside then, or do
Yeah.
you? Okay.
I'll just go outside.
You head on over to the front door. Ching! Open it up and kind of stumble outside. Don't close it behind you. Maybe. You're stood on the porch. Okay, you leave it wide open. You're stood on the porch and you see none of your fellows. There's a couple small crowds that have gathered outside in the twilight, but other than that, it's nothing. All right.
Is there actually?
Hmm?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, did you make a map for the upstairs of this house?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh no.
Ishim.
Yeah.
So you've just been bitched out, mom bombed by Mace. You're stood in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
You did just watch Lauva kind of boom exit out through the front door.
Okay. I'm gonna look for Gutter Snipe because we still have half this mission to complete.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of react to Mace kind of being like, I mean, okay, I guess. And I saw G Snipe kind of go back towards this area, so I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna turn and look around, and do I see Palmer kind of hanging out?
Yeah, you turn through the hallway, you take a glance to your right, and see Palmer is just kind of sat there, looking around, not really interacting with anybody. He's moved over to a table with a drink in his hands, just kind of. You catch his eye. You catch his eye as you walk through the hallway, and it kind of gives you a.
Sorry, draining my face.
That's okay.
Yeah. I take a peek at Palmer, and I kind of
Take a peek at Palmer.
I I kind of give him a quick like, over here, try to flag him down.
Okay. Yeah, he looks and all right. With his drink in hand, he kind of walks on over to you through some of the members of the party. Hey, man. So, did you know?
Uh, yeah, I'd say we got about half of it done. We still have the other thing to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen Snipe anywhere?
Uh, man, I think I saw him go that way. He gestures
Okay.
over towards the other room.
It's we got what 30 minutes before May said she was gonna leave without us.
Oh man, we got like 10,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
probably less now.
I guess we'll be hoofing it back home then. But let's at least get Snipe and get this done.
All right, man. Sooner the better.
Um, I guess I'm gonna walk up to the closest party goer then, and I'm gonna kind of give him a tap on the shoulder.
Yeah, you walk on up to a gnomish guy. He's got pretty thin, dark hair. And he looks over at you, drunkenly, like, "Hey, well, what can I do for you?"
Excuse me, have you seen by any chance a small it looks like a duck, but it's not a duck. It's like
Oh,
black.
in the bathroom, man. Yeah.
No, not that one though. That is strange. What's about that?
What's about what?
The duck in the bathroom.
There's a duck in the. Oh yeah. No clue, bro.
Uh, Beside the point, but it's like there's a second one, but he's like completely black and wearing clothes.
I'm not just
Not wearing clothes.
no.
He kind of. Bro, do you know? He looks on over to his other gnomish buddy sitting in the other chair. Ashim, you recognize him as the totally zoned out guy that you were talking to before. Kind of looks over at you, just.
Over there. Much appreciated. You're a great conversation partner, by the way. We should absolutely talk more about multiversal theory later. I'm gonna motion for Palmer and head into the direction they pointed.
All right. Okay. The two of you, head into the kitchen, and you see it's there's just spreads of food upon the table, a lot more alcohol, and the regular implements of a kitchen. There's a moderately sized crowd, really eating more than they're drinking. And you look and see two people that you recognize. One is, of course, Gutter Snipe, who is part of this crowd over here. And the other, the dwarf, Gadway Mead Glider, who carries upon, he's just got a big old keg on one of his shoulders that a tap has been driven into, and he's just pouring it into the flagons of a few people around him and rowdily boasting about something.
Is Gutterstack taking part in the drinking?
Guttersnipe, what are you doing?
I was going to kind of greet Gadway, but seeing my friends come in, I more of just kind of do a quick little hello, like little wave, and I turn back around.
Okay. You watch as Gutter Snipe approaches you, moving away from the crowd.
Hey, Snipe. You didn't happen to see any
sorry,
Yeah.
The guy steps out of your way.
Yeah. I meet Snipe halfway, you know. Oh, I guess I fucking
There's no
hacked
wet
him.
floor sign. NOSHA is gonna get violated here.
No shit.
No MOSHA.
Hey, Snipe. You haven't happened to find any uh interesting viewpoints around here?
Whoa! What happened? Oh no. We've had a momentary technical issue while the stream while the Discord dropped out. Don't know why
What
that
is
happened.
happening?
Sorry about that, everybody. The Discord dropped out for a moment there. We are back. As you were saying, sorry.
Snipe, you haven't happened to see any, I don't know, particularly alluring things here, have you?
No.
I mean, have you had a chance to visit the upstairs? I was told that the view was really great.
And I'm gonna just head back towards the front of the building.
Uh
Uh, just
oh, you give me finger guns. Okay.
yeah.
Do I understand what those finger guns mean?
It's up to you, baby.
I'm gonna understand them in my own way. I guess I'm gonna give a quick turn back to Gadway and give him a brief wave. I don't even know if he notices me, but
Yeah, you give him a wave and he kind of looks over. You big scally bastard, a shame!
How are you, Gadway? I need to head in the opposite direction. But how are you?
He starts walking towards you.
Oh, that's not what I wanted at all.
Why did you wave that?
Are you gonna walk
Yeah.
away?
No, I'm pressured by the social constructs that is society. I meet him as he approaches.
Okay. Yeah, he meets you halfway, and with his left hand, he just kind of grabs your arm. Hi, what are you doing here? I didn't know you were gonna be coming to the party. You of all people, crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't by invite. We're a +5, but I mean, I'm glad we were part of it. It's been a great experience.
Mate, I'll let you in on a secret. Come, bend down.
I bend down so he can whisper.
Further, you bastard. I'm small.
I this is so condescending, but I get down on one knee.
He looks at you. Oh, I didn't mean that low. That's condescending. Anyways, he looks both ways. I didn't get invited either. You can just, as long as you show up to one of these things, boom, boom, with a keg, that's your invitation.
Do you think that works? And only in parties, or like, what if there was like a faculty board meeting with the university, and I showed up with a keg with it? You think that would also get me in on the meeting?
I don't know. Back home we do a lot of drinking, but it's kind of separate from our work. So maybe not.
I guess that makes sense. Oh, that reminds me, I have a. Oh wait, no, I don't. You know, I went to the market the other day and I saw these really nice meatworms, and I bought one for you, but it got crushed by a car.
Oh,
or by a cart.
oh, that's too bad. Thanks for thinking of me, mate. No, here, you want some? It's a new brew I've been working on.
How about you save that cup for me? I'll be right back.
Come on. I'm calling it Golden Worm Gaffer.
I turn back at Palmer. What is he doing?
He looks at you. Um, he's got his own flagon with him still, and he looks and comes up. Hey, man, you're Gadway, right? Listen, I'll take some, brother. He says, kind of awkwardly. Gadway just like he looks at you, Ashim. Can you?
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He's with me. He's cool.
Yeah, he looks at you, eyes Palmer for a second. Aye, all right, great. And he pours him a little bit. Palmer drinks. He's like, oh man, that's actually really good, man. Listen, that's great. You'll have to bring some of that over sometime, but our ride's about to get out of here. We gotta go, right, Ashim?
Right, Gadway. I would love to have some, and absolutely what Palmer said. You should bring some to the dorm next time you're around. But you know what you can do? I trust Palmer's taste in drink just as much as I trust myself with the interpretation of draconic theory, and you know how much I trust myself about that, right?
He looks at you. Oh, bloody hell, this is serious, huh?
Yeah, and if he says it's good, this is absolutely something you have to share.
He looks at Palmer. Oh, I didn't know we had a fellow connoisseur with us. Maybe I judged you too harshly at first. I've seen you around before. I've been having a bit too much of the gaffer myself. He slaps Palmer. I'll bring some around. I'll make a fresh brew for you all.
Yeah, and you know what? I grab a few mugs from the table that are empty, and I take that away. Why don't we share this out with the main promenade out front?
Roll persuasion.
Any advantage on that or anything?
Yeah,
or-
Palmer's helping you.
Okay.
He's being your hype man, hyping you up.
I want to support my friend, but also use him because that's what a machine would do. That is a. Oh shit. It
Was it a good roll?
was a flat 15.
So like a 12.
A 14.
Okay. All right. He looks at you, looks at Palmer. Palmer's just kind of, hey man, Ashim, when he's right, he's right, man? Ashim, you notice that Palmer seems somewhat distracted at this
Can
point.
I see what he's distracted about?
You roll insight.
Yeah, I can. Fuck insight's wisdom. Look at that. Ooh. That's a 23.
Yeah, you take a look over at him. You get the sense that Palmer's kind of a little scatterbrained right now. But for the life of you can't see anything in the room that he's not staring at anything. Just kind of looking at Gadway and kind of You try to think back of everything you've seen during the party. Um, you don't you don't recall much, but you do remember that. Well, he seemed very whacked out after coming back, speaking with Mace, and then of course there's the obvious. Oh, well, you guys got thrown out and nearly caught or accosted by Shearbuckle. And finally, there's some weird thing for a second in the bathroom with Lalvin Palmer, but other than that, you figure, oh, okay, well, he's probably just those are the only major things you could think of that be wigging him out. Which one it is, you have no clue.
Right. Make a mental note of that.
And he's, probably a little buzzed too.
You also know that he's been drinking.
Yeah, we've all have.
Yeah.
I've been serving him.
Um,
But I make a mental note of that and carry on like I'm not noticing that right now.
okay. Gadway looks at you both, and well, I guess Palmer's right, Ashim. When you're right, man.
Exactly. Come on, how many times have you helped me out in class? Let me help you get your name out there.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so I put the mugs down on some platters, fill them up from the keg, and kind of I motion for Palmer to do the same.
Okay. We'll go back to Gutter Snipe. So, Snipe, you managed to escape from Gadway, Palmer, and Ashim, and instead head into the main room once more.
All right.
As you walk in, you notice that Mace is still in the main room. She's started to head over towards the door as well.
Well,
But she's still very much inside the main room looking around.
I'm gonna attempt to avoid eye contact with her the best I can and just kind of along the wall to
Okay.
this door.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Mace, are you actively looking for your other friends?
I know where Lauva is, and I know where Aaron is. My biggest concern is looking specifically for small bird-shaped objects.
Okay. Then I'll have you go ahead and roll for perception.
Ooh, big D20. That will be a 24.
Ooh,
25, baby.
wow.
Let me see this.
Uh,
Okay, I can verify.
The Master Scout versus the Shadow. An immovable object meets an unstoppable force.
Wait, what did Gavin get?
A 25.
Damn it.
Narrowly gets past fucking Mace. Mace,
Unfortunately, my stealth is not nearly as good as my perception.
Mace, you've posted yourself up in the main room looking for Gutter Snipe since you have no idea where he is. And you are mostly sober, and using your sobriety, you try to parse through the crowd. You're used to moving through big crowds like this at this point, and you try your best to look around and see if you can see him. Gutter Snipe, you come upon the entryway to the room, and seeing Mace, you just barely manage to duck behind a bigger person and dart your way as quickly and discreetly as you can over to the other room, going through the doorway undetected. You enter in through the doorway. You see, let's see. You pass through the doorway into a quieter stairwell. Two benches line the walls of a small little alcove, upon which a few people desperate to escape the main party room have fled to recover. There's a curtain window on one side which is drawn shut, and the staircase winds up and disappears to the second floor.
Uh, do I recognize any of these nerds, or
You do not.
are they just randoms? Okay.
They are randogs.
Fuck them. I'm running upstairs.
As you run upstairs, a gnomish man, very clearly out of it, he looks as you walk by. He's like, "Whoa, man! I love your feathers, bro."
Thank you, random citizen.
And you head up. Oh boy, hold on. Everyone, blindfold for a moment, please.
You gotta press the B.
Well,
Can I blindfold Josiah? I can't. So he's gonna come back and hopefully not see this map.
He won't know what's going on anyway, so it'll be fine.
All right, let's see.
He himself has taken away his agency.
Yeah, that's true. He is gone.
Olivia would like to see.
Well, she can't. And I guess if you just watch, that's something I think about. If you just watch the stream later, you'll also see all these rooms. I come up with a better way to do this.
We gotta get a third monitor. One for the stream, one for us, and then one for your own personal DMing needs.
Christ,
Why
yeah.
don't you just blindfold the stream?
Because then, I
'Cause
guess
then
I could.
Brett-
I guess I could stop the video for a moment. Yeah. Huh. All right,
That's pretty-
you can unblindfold.
Sorry, stream. I'm gonna have to blindfold you.
Snipe.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You
Why
s-
is this house the shape of an upside down trapezoid?
It is indeed bigger than the first floor.
Oh, they are the same size. This map is bigger.
I see.
But if you do the grid math, they're the same.
Sure.
So you walk up to the second floor, Gutter Snipe, and you see you're in a hallway. You see 3 doors immediately, as well as a hallway leading into another area. I don't know if you can see that arrow I fully drew, so I'll draw it here. But you see 3 doorways and a hallway.
You know what? Going down hallways has never led me astray.
Okay,
Yeah.
you head on down the hallway. You pass by another door. And then head further in. What? What did you say, Snipe? Sorry.
I did not.
Oh, sorry. And you finally head through the rest of the open area and find another offshoot hallway with 4 doors. And then a large area. This place is very lightly populated with people, but really not too many people are up here. You quickly look through the entire open hallwayed area of the second floor.
All right.
I will mark all the doors just in case you can't see them.
Yeah, I can see him. Yeah.
Is that the room you're going into?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to enter that room, there's a human guy that kind of stumbles up to you. He's like, "Whoa, wait. Uh, some guy told me not to what was it? Not to let anybody in there."
Why?
Why? I don't know. He just said like people shouldn't go in that room because like the party's down there.
Anyone in?
No, man, I don't think so. Oh shit, man, maybe I lost attention and somebody got in. Huh? Maybe we should check.
Yeah. Safe check.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Without any effort on your part, he manages to convince himself to let you in. You open up the doorway and peer inside with him. It's very, very dark in here. Um, some soft moonlight pours in from two windows on the north side of the building, the north side of the room. Looking around, there's a big table on the north side with a few different nice looking objects upon them. A large desk centered upon a big old navy blue circular rug with a nice chair. There's a couple shelves on the south side, a couple of what look like metal cabinets. Finally, in the back corner, the southeast corner, there's a small metal safe.
Okay.
And the guy looks in. It's like, well, all right. Guess there's nobody in here. We can stop checking now. Come on, little bro. And he goes to grab you.
Okay. And I'm gonna walk out with him.
Okay. Poof, he closes the door. What do you do?
Hmm.
Just kind of stands there and bobbing his head. Looks down at you for a moment.
All right. I'm
Kill him? Good idea.
gonna head back towards the staircase then. Find me a nice spot that I could watch people coming up and try to stay hidden in case trouble looks for me again.
Okay. Yeah, you go and kind of just plant yourself by the doorway or by the staircase. There's a small crowd of people near you, but really they look at you for a minute and then they don't pay you any further mind. Okay. Mace.
Yes.
So you are stood in the main room. You've been wholly unable to find Gutter Snipe. You know that Aaron has just recently walked out, and you can see through the still open door that Lauva is there. You do not know where the rest of your group is, but you assume that they are somewhere in the back.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk out and get the carriage started.
Okay. You do so, walking by Lauva.
I'll give her a pat on the back as I pass, just to like let her know that it's me.
I wish I heard any of that.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mace.
Hi, dear.
Uh, are we leaving now? Where's everybody else?
I was hoping they'll find their way out of there soon. I'm just going to go start the carriage.
Okay. I gotta do something,
Of course.
but I'll be right back out. If I'm not back in the time you said, can you wait just like another minute for me?
Of course, dear. I'll
Okay.
wait for you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go back inside.
All right. Mace,
You got pee pee.
I gotta grab that duck, bro. I gotta get that duck.
I gotta get there fucking
Mace, you head on over, pass by another small crowd, and into the dim lamplight where you parked the gear carriage. You hop up on the little ladder-like steps on the back and over to the driver's area, and then an assault rifle round pierces your skull and you die.
Oh.
In an alternate universe, but in this one, you climb up and grabbing a couple of the knobs, um, you kind of get one of the you loosen up the gears and get them ready to start spinning and going. You do notice that as you've walked by, you've seen neither hide nor tail of Aaron outside. Though you do know that he went outside.
Hmm. Seems like somebody already made their choice.
Damn. Okay. Do you just wait in the carriage then?
Yep.
Okay. To the carriage. Lava.
Okay, I'm filled with determination after sitting there by myself for a moment.
Okay.
So I want to go find Jesper. Is my plan.
Okay.
Oh,
You're gonna kill him?
Maybe.
You just go up to him. Hey, Jasper! Whack! Blast! Blast! Just crack a toe of the motherfucker. Yeah, you walk back into the party. Look around. And you kind of see that you watch as Jesper kind of talking to somebody and starts heading over towards the back room again where you saw him before.
Jesper, wait.
Do you follow after him?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you follow after him. You pick up this guy. It's the
Hello.
you walk by Brewston actually, who you don't recognize, and, and you start walking over into the hallway after Jesper. Palmer, Asheem, Gadway, the
at
three.
this point, we're leaving to go distribute the drinks to the main area.
Yeah, you guys start walking out of the kitchen and start heading back towards the area. As Lava, you catch up to Jesper, and he kind of he looks over as you're coming. He's like, "Oh, hey, I didn't. I thought you had left."
I actually forgot to say bye.
Oh, all right. Bye. Nice to good to see you. It was fun. You know, you should come to more of these.
There are more parties. This just doesn't happen once. There are more of these.
Oh, hey, calm down, okay? Kind of. So it's all cool. Ashim,
Yeah.
you, Palmer, and Gadway kind of walk out of the kitchen, and you see that happening over there. You hear a thump, and you looking over. You see Palmer's like, "Ah, shit." He's dropped his drink. He kind of he looks
Poor man.
he looks at you. Oh shit.
Well, he was holding one of the platters with me.
Oh, he's got one platter. And he's got his drink in the other hand. You gotta pull. Oh shit. Sorry. Oh. He painstakingly bends over and picks it up. Sorry, man. Let's go. Let's go distribute these drinks,
Mental note.
man.
What did Gadway call the drink again? I forgot to write it down.
Oh, it's Golden Worm Gaffer.
All right. I kind of give Palmer a nudge and like kind of start shouting out and like walking past, not paying too much mind to Lava and Jesper, being like, fuck. One more time. I'm talking and I'm grabbing things at the same time for pencil.
Golden Worm Gaffer.
Golden Worm Gaffer.
Gaffer.
And I'm kind of nudging to Palmer. Golden Worm Gaffer, it's a Gadway original right here. You don't want to miss this. And we start like trying to distribute drinks to people. I'm trying to make my way to the main living room.
Okay.
I see what Palmer's reaction was to Lava. I see Lava. I'm just not acting on them.
Okay. The three of you kind of just like hurriedly pass by them. Lava?
Oh, hey, Lava. It's a come get your Gadway.
Lava,
Oh.
you see the three of them as they pass by momentarily. You see, yeah, Ashim just kind of like, "Hey, Lava." Palmer does not look at you. And Gadway, it's just like he's got the cog, and he's like, he's just happy to be here. Ashim, you start shouting into the room what you're shouting. I need you to roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh yeah, advantage.
People trust you. You made the dragon juice.
You're goddamn right. I built up a rapport. I'm professional around these parts. Thank God I had advantage. That's a 13.
Okay.
I love my -1 charisma.
G. Triple G drink.
Guy, Grivens, and Guy.
You you see a big Goliath guy. He looks over and he's like, look everyone, it is the Dragonborn Juice guy with another drink. And
Oh, but this one's the courtesy of my good friend Gadway Mead Glider. This is all his.
courtesy of his good friend Gadway Mead Glider. And much of the group, knowing that you are the man who brought them Dragonborn Juice, start nudging their buddies and like, "Hey man, Dragonborn Juice guy." Several people gather before you, and soon you're serving Golden Worm Gaffer off of the platters.
Yeah, as soon as the crowd starts getting thick enough, I'm gonna hand the platter to the nearest patron
Okay.
and try to slip my way out of the crowd
Okay, which way are you going?
towards the staircase.
Okay, towards the staircase it is. Yeah, you walk on through the precipice as you find yourself in the stairwell.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that Snipe did what Snipe does and head up.
Snooped a snound.
Yeah. I'm gonna head up the stairways, expecting to see Snipe at some point.
Okay. As you walk up, this clearly fucking drunken gnomish man, he looks at you. He softly, he just kind of says as you walk up, "Hey, brother, I really love your scales. They're radiant."
I don't give him eye contact. I'm kind of just walking up, but as I pass by, I just say, "That's racist," and then walk up the stairs.
"I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it like that." As you clamber up the stairs, Gutter Snipe, you see that Ashim has just come up the stairs.
As I fucking dash around and I start heading down the hallway, knowing full well that we got a real G on our hands.
All right. Ashim, you watch as Gutter Snipe darts out from a random alcove and starts running down the hallway looking at you.
Ah, that's familiarly horrifying. I'm gonna follow.
Okay. The two of you.
Actually, hold on. Can I like catch up with Snipe at around this area?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, Snipe. Just give me a 2 honks for no, 1 honk for yes. Do you know your way around this floor?
Honk.
Great. Is there, can you find a place? Is the place that we're looking for private enough? I understand. Let's find some place that's. Let's find some private space.
Boy.
Okay. You see there's a door right over here. And you walked past a few doors on your way there too.
I guess
But you do see, having looked in the hallways, that all of the outside hallway space, there are people there.
okay.
Not many.
Okay. I see this guy up here.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Give him a tap on the shoulder. Hey, I'm sorry. Is there a bathroom up here?
Yeah, man, right behind you.
Was the door that was pointed at right here?
No, the one that's right here.
Oh, my. Thank God. Thank you. I'm gonna drag Snipe into the bathroom with me
Okay.
Hot.
and close the door.
Hot.
You enter in the bathroom. You see a sink, a shelf, a toilet, an empty tub, no ducks, and a large mirror.
Shit, man, no ducks.
No ducks.
Okay, Snipe. I have a plan, but I'm gonna need you to trust me. First off, where's the room?
Across hall.
Was
No,
it the
no,
one to the left?
point. No, point. In the. But I guess from our perspective, north.
You point north through the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I understand. And it's clear that we need to. Okay. Here's the plan. I need you to trust me. I'm gonna pull out some rope from my satchel.
Okay.
I'm
All
going
right.
to cast rope trick. The rope. I'm gonna grab the orb. and one end of the rope rises from the ground about 4 feet, and at the top of the rope, Snipe sees basically like a small slit in space.
Okay.
Snipe, if you climb up the rope, we talked about parallel dimensions, right?
Right.
Then you're familiar with what a pocket dimension is.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put you in a pocket dimension.
Not right.
Bitch just wanted to
Uh,
use this spell.
All right. Full of understanding, I start to climb the rope. I take a deep breath and I enter.
Okay.
I close
Uh,
the rope.
It doesn't say that you can't breathe, but you could. Yeah.
Okay. I assumed based off of bag of holding that.
It's not an infinite space. I think there's like a designated, like a small room of space.
Yeah, you have a space that can hold as many as 8 medium or smaller creatures, so you can.
Oh, okay.
It's habitable.
Okay.
You're at
But
STP. It's not IDLH.
I
I'm
I
going
still
to
take
then.
the deep breath anyway because I do not have a full understanding of pocket dimensions.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's in it, and I just give one last Snipe. You need to trust me on this, and then I close the pocket dimension and wrap up the rope and put it back in my satchel.
Hold on.
We do some clowning around here.
Can you move the rope trick? Let me make sure you can do this. um.
I have to then cast it again in the space I want to open it, you know? But like
Bro, you just caught Gutter Snipe.
I did.
It was all a trap.
You know, it is undefined whether or not you can move it in the rules. I am
Well,
going to say
all that it says from what I can tell is that the pocket of space appears at the top of the rope where it is cast. And the pocket dimension is not associative with the space that it is opened in. Similar to the bag of holding.
can I have you just roll a D100?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, what does that
I'm
mean?
gonna kill Snipe.
Snipe gets banished to the fucking.
God.
He's gonna get vacuum pegged.
What's it called? The astral planes.
Yeah, Gutter Snipe, I'm gonna need you to roll a DC 45 Constitution saving throw.
78.
What's your arcane stat?
My-
Arcana stat?
A +7.
Okay. Ashim, you have not tried this before. And as Snipe disappears into the space, you reason that scientific discovery rules over all else, and you make an attempt to push the bounds of the spell. You grab the rope.
Oh, I'm not intending to like make him exit. I'm gonna take the rope to the room.
No,
and
I know.
reopen. Okay.
You go to take the rope and kind of put it in your bag. And Gutter Snipe, you kind of feel a tug on the space, and you like dunk around within the space. You take 8 bludgeoning damage.
As you are pinballed around.
Ashim, you are unable to coil up the rope, but you watch as you tug on it. There's some you look up, and there's clearly some spatial anomaly going on. But you walk around for a moment and you realize that you are able to move it around, at least this time, like a balloon.
Okay.
It's
I
a
can work.
length of rope that just disappears into a kind of woogity spatial anomaly.
I can work with
Some non-Euclidean geometry.
All right. I can work with this. Can I work with it? I'm gonna have to work with this. Okay. I'm going to kind of put my hand towards the top of the rope so it doesn't look like it's floating. It's just kind of like I'm holding it up. And I'll hold the rest of the spool of the rope with, like, with my left hand.
Okay.
To make it look like there's not some magical mumbo jumbo happening here.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave the bathroom.
All right, you do so. The guy looks at you. I didn't hear the toilet flush. Is your
It's a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, the bird?
He's you didn't see him leave?
Roll persuasion. Roll deception.
You're getting too fucking lucky with this shit. It's gonna run out eventually. No, then it keeps going. It's 14.
He looks at you. I guess not. He's eyeing you.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for telling me where the bathroom was.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna walk towards the room that Snipe motioned towards.
Okay, you do so. We'll come back to you.
Should have hit him with the, what the fuck do you care? It's a party, man. Have fun.
Aaron.
Woo!
Yes, an hour later. Let's go.
You've been walking away for some time now.
Mm-hmm.
You pass along the well-lit streets on the northern road, the intersection of Tributary and Stream. You're on Tributary.
Ah.
And you walk on up, kind of crestfallen at the situation that you left the party in. Your drum just kind of sadly don't kind of scraping by on the ground. And as you're walking by a street lamp, you're coming up to the intersection of Tributary and Stream.
Mm.
When from a distance you hear a kind of chicka 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 coming down a road. You watch as a gear carriage comes up to the intersection of tributary and stream and stops for a moment, kind of chicka 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 chicka, and starts coming down the road towards in the direction you're headed away from. And chicka 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 chicka. Oh, what the heck? There's a D100 with it too. Get that out of here. Anyways. and pulls up next to you. You take a look and you see it's it's one of the gear carriage models that you saw at Newman's Carriage Rentals, but it has been painted with a bright kind of colorful blue.
Mm.
You see that through the open window on the side, and it's not like a glass window. It's just kind of like a shutter that opens and closes. It opens, and you look in. You see two people. One is an older looking gnomish guy. He's behind the wheel. He's got kind of a thick gray mustache. And the other guy, a much younger looking human man. He has he's got a nice kind of angular, well-defined face and features, short, coiffed brown hair. They're both dressed in this faded bluish gray. They're wearing the same kind of clothing. And the human man leans out of the window. Evening, friend. Where you walking to, buddy?
I kind of um just kind of like notch my head like, well, why do you care? Kind of, oh, and then I respond in a way, oh well, just walking.
The human guy looks over at his partner and kind of looks back at you with a confused look on his face. uh just walking? Everything all right, friend?
Yeah, everything is fine. What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm with my partner here. This is my first nightly patrol, actually.
Okay. Um, how exciting.
Yeah, well, my partner here, Sanders, wanted to just kind of drive by, but you looked a little crestfallen. Everything. You sure nothing's going on? We uh we heard earlier that there was a party going on down at 715. You
Uh,
coming from there?
um, so these are police officers for sure.
You recognize them as
Yeah,
constables, yeah.
gotcha.
Well, what the fuck is 715? I don't know what the...
So in that moment, I remember, oh, yeah, that's right. Carlin needs to get caught. So I'm like, yeah, actually, kind of a letdown party. Um, I thought it was just gonna be a couple dudes drinking, but there apparently are a lot of people there, and I'm not good with large parties and stuff. Um, especially when there's other substances.
He looks at you and you say other substances. he looks over to his partner, and who you've caught is Sanders. And Sanders looks at the human man. He's like, "Oh, Muldoon, let it alone." This guy, Muldoon, he looks over you. He's like, "Hold on, Sanders, come on." He leans out the window. You said other substances?
Yeah. For 1 second. What was the? I can't remember what it was called that we dropped in Carlin. Was it Crimson or was it something else?
It's
Medium
meadworm
goo.
goo.
Me wearing goo. Okay. Yeah, just a lot of different things. A lot of red type substances, and I think another one was like a word goo or something like that. I don't know. I was there for like just 20 minutes and just decided to opt out. No, I'm just going home.
He looks over at his older partner. He's like, Sanders, this is big. We can't just pass this up. We gotta go bust that shit. And Sanders and officers Sanders and Muldoon go back and forth for a moment before Muldoon kind of, we're going. We gotta go.
Okay. Yeah. So can I egg it on? Be like, yeah, it's really bad. Just kind of like egg it on.
Uh, yeah, Officer Muldoon looks at you. He's like, "Thanks for letting us know. What's your name?"
Oh, in a split second, the only name I could think of was Charlie. Charlie, Charlie Mast.
Charlie Mast. This kind of interesting name for whatever. He sticks his arm out the window. And he's like, "Oh, Officer Thomas Muldoon, nice to meet you."
Me, me, kind of be like, oh, I grab the thumb and I'm like, I just start like doing it this way. I'm like, this is how you do it, right?
Grab his thumb and he kind of
Yeah.
he looks at his partner Sanders. He's like, "Hey, you have." He shakes his hand. "Wait, you haven't been partaking in any of that stuff, have you, Charlie?"
No, 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 not at all. Like I said before, I don't like a lot of people, and I just thought it was a good place to hang out. I'm just going home now.
Okay. He looks at you, and the older guy Sanders. You know what? Why don't you come hop in the back with us? We'll drive on over. You can stay in the car, and then we'll take you back home, huh?
No, no, thank you, sir. I appreciate it, but I just kind of need this time to myself.
Roll persuasion.
Oh God.
Sorry, man. We're gonna have to take you into custody anyway.
That's a 10.
A 10.
hmm
Okay. The two officers look at you for a moment, and Officer Muldoon. You know how to get back at least, right? Where are you headed?
Oh, I'm headed to the university.
Okay, hey, get back. You just take tributary. Take tributary up to the intersection there. Go east on stream. You'll make it all the way to hell, what's the street? You'll see a big old fork in the road. You'll follow the southeast path. That'll take you all the way there.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for the
Do
tip.
Do they, are they called constables? Thank you,
Constables.
constables. No, but like, thank you, officer. Like, do I call him a constable?
You can call him whatever you want.
Thank you, constable. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you get home safe, buddy.
Yep, will do.
All right.
And then I just like walk on as just sad.
The gear
Damn,
carriage.
man, you guys clearly inebriated.
Sanders chicka 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 starts the gear carriage up again. He peels off. You hear him. Really making me work tonight, Tommy. As the constable carriage starts chicka 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 driving down the road. Let's go to Lauva.
Okay.
Wait, what just happened? I missed it. What?
Oh my god, Lauva's a mummy now! No!
I am.
I don't know. Jasper, I got something to tell you.
I'm gay.
No.
I'm pregnant.
Oh,
He looks you up. Yeah?
I'm allergic to bees.
Bees nuts.
what
Oh,
a bees!
he looks at you. Oh. All right.
God damn it.
This is all an internal struggle for Lauva. Actually, you all are gonna take 3 psychic damage.
No.
The whole of Squid City. Okay.
What I meant to say is if I were a bee, would you still like me? Wait, god damn it.
Uh,
God damn it.
Would you still like me?
Would you still like me if I were a worm?
okay. Like a takes his hand. Sorry. Like a meadworm? I don't understand what you're saying.
Like a really big worm. Would you still like me?
Well,
Woman.
Mace.
Uh-oh.
As you're sitting in the carriage, counting down the time in your head before you drive off, you hear a chicka 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 coming down the road,
Oh shit, man.
and you watch as coming down towards the road pretty quickly. You make out in the dim lamplight. That's a constable carriage coming down the road.
I was gonna make a D's nuts joke, but then Del said it and I couldn't.
So
Mace
very
just drives
smart.
off. Fuck this shit.
Fuck the cops. Check.
Oh shit, man, I'm packing. Can't let them get me. Packing these nuts.
I'm gonna look at this the constable car, and then
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue sitting because I am thinking it would be more suspicious to leave right before it came.
Okay. You watch as the cat tries to get into my room. You watch as the constable car pulls up in front of the house, in the middle, kind of in the middle of the road, off to one side as much as possible, but not fully parking. And you see, let me just make them for you. Two clones of yourself.
Can you zoom out?
Gotta use this really.
You see quickly a human constable, boom, opens up the door, steps out, and choom, closes it behind him. As the constable car pulls off to the side of the road, it kind of parks the wrong way, but and soon after, you watch as an older looking gnomish officer steps out too and starts slowly sauntering over towards the front door as the human one is quickly heading towards the front door. Several people outside notice his approach and immediately they start, uh-oh. Groups begin migrating away like, oh no, the fuzz.
I'm just going to stay put, and I'm going to keep my eye out for any members of the group, even.
Okay. Sniping a sheep. Mostly a
He's
sheep.
in the bathroom.
Oh. Well, then let me use the bathroom while we take a momentary break. Because I gotta pee, and he's gotta be up next. So we'll be right back.
Now, would you still like me if I was a worm?
Yes, of course, Jenna. I would still like you.
Yay! Wiggly worm.
Jenna, I don't like worms. Sorry.
That's so sad. I found so many worms while I was playing in the dirt today.
Your daily dirt time, daily playing in the dirt.
Yeah. Well, I was
Right.
trying to weed the front yard, but it had rained. So all the dirts were kind of all the worms were kind of near the surface.
I love dirts.
Yeah. So
Dirt.
Hmm.
there were many a worms. I got to touch them. And then I tried to dig up the pokey bushes, which then proceeded to poke me. And also, all I have is a garden trowel, and the bush needs a little bit more than just a garden trowel.
You probably need a whole shovel.
Yeah, this is a shovel and axe situation, neither of which I own. So
Just go to Lowe's. They got you.
I know we are a Home Depot family.
Despicable.
Oh,
How
sorry.
dare you?
I know. But I'm excited for Mother's Day, which is not this coming weekend, but the weekend
I'm
after. Not because it's this coming weekend. Not because I'm excited to see my mom, but because then I get to plant things outside.
That's good.
Well, I'm also excited to see my mom, but I see my mom a lot, so it's like every other weekend.
Okay.
Oh no, it's an axe. Oh, it's
Get that out of the camera. Disgusting. Disgusting.
I am not looking forward to Mother's Day because Mother's Day at Cracker Barrel is the busiest day
Oh, that's
of
why.
the year.
Jesus.
So,
You had to tell us that you just didn't want to see your mom.
well,
Yeah.
that too, but like, but
Hug this lady.
like,
But that's
Well,
because your mom
not a
made,
second
like,
time.
Stop.
Dell, what? I couldn't hear that.
But that's also because your mom made like 20 of you.
Yeah, but it's also like, my mom was emotionally traumatic throughout the majority of my life. So I mean, like, that's part of that's so.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Huh.
While I was waiting for my turn, I doodled a picture that kind of what I think lava looks like.
Nice.
Cool. I thought she has longer hair.
Me
He
too.
probably does, but I was bored. I also drew this because I was like, oh, it could be Palmer, but then I realized Palmer has short hair and it's blonde, so it's not Palmer now anymore.
Yes.
What about that one?
Well, and then this guy kind of looks like Palmer. This was my first try at sketching people smiling.
Groovy. I dig.
Did you make a sketch of Ashim smiling?
No, I can try my bestest, but Ashim is pretty hard.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're not scalies.
Scaly, sorry, you can't do it.
Okay.
Hey, Brett. I just gotta criticize the fact that you said there was a curtain on this window. Yeah, there's still light coming through it.
Which one?
So the stairwell. So I kind of drew some for you.
Oh, it's not perfect.
I need to get googly eyes. I'm gonna put googly eyes on this. It'd be great.
On what?
On this.
Oh, the tape measure. Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it at the end.
Okay.
Tape measure in your near you at all times there, Josiah?
Every time. All right. Been doing
it-
some muscle strength, so I gotta keep track of what's going on.
Muscle
Very
strength,
important.
yeah.
Doing some
Yeah.
muscle strength.
Keep it marked at around like the 2-inch mark, right?
Yeah. 2-inch. No. 2 inches and like 5 milliliters. It used to just be 2 inches, but we got 5 milliliters. Liters.
So,
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Uh,
Keeping up on that zinc diet.
yeah, like millimeters in length, milliliters in girth. So,
yowza. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyways, Ishim and Snipe,
Yeah.
you approach the drunken doorman.
Yeah. I approach the door. Is this guy like blocking the way?
He's standing there in front of the doorway.
In front of it, so I couldn't get in the doorway without intervening with him.
You'd have to interact with him, yes.
Damn. Okay, I walk up and I'm like, oh. Hey there. What room is this?
Oh, man, it's like some office or something. But, you can't go in, though. Nobody can go inside.
No one can go inside.
No, nobody.
That's weird because I found this guy, right, he was walking around downstairs talking about all this stuff that he found took this rope from one of the rooms upstairs, and I motioned to this rope. And I thought, hey, we're not supposed to be stealing things and, the host home, right? Like stealing would be wrong. You
So I
agree with me?
Beat him up.
Yeah, that would be wrong.
Right. So I asked him, hey, what room did you get that from? You need to put it back. And he said, it was this room with it was like an officey kind of room, you know. And I mean, I won't tell you the long and short of it, but have you met any of the members of the gnome ball team?
Yeah, man. I think yeah, I've seen some. Some of them are here, man.
Yeah, the the really nice Goliath guy. I hate to identify them by the race, but I just don't know his name.
Yeah, he's the big gray one, right?
Yeah, um, he he intervened. He seemed like a really nice person, and he told me to put the rope back in the room where he found it.
Oh, all right. Well, cool. Good for him.
I mean, if you never mind.
He looks at you.
If you don't trust me to do it, can you put it in there for me? Because you seem like you know what you're doing.
Oh, you mean this room?
Yeah.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, out of those rolls today.
Use the big D20.
No, I don't trust it. 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
He looks at you like, I don't know. I mean, why is there rope in an office?
I'm just as confused as you. Maybe it attaches to one of the curtains, you know?
Huh.
Again, I don't fully know. He just told me to put it back. He seems like I don't want to disappoint him. He seems like a really nice guy.
Well, I guess yeah, I could put it in there for you.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
tell him I was the one who did it though.
yeah, yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I just want it to be put back, and I hope no one else tries to steal anything. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, tell him Griffith did it.
Griffith,
Yeah, man.
that's your name.
Yeah, that's my name.
Okay, just want to make sure I heard it right, because speaking over a technological screen is hard to hear sometimes.
That all right, I guess.
I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it when you said his name.
What?
Now, here, just be careful when you carry the rope, though. You see how I have this one end pointed up?
Yeah, I do. That how are you doing that?
I'm holding it
That's fair.
with my hand. This
But
this helps
please,
me
yes,
remember
let's
because
go.
I've had a few to drink. This is the end that connects back to the curtain, and the other part of the end is the part that stays on the ground. And I'm just holding it up to remember that. I think it might help you too.
No, is it us or is it them?
She opens up the door. Kind of looks in. Uh just kind of puts it next to the door and he's like, "Okay." Closes the door.
Hey, listen, thanks, man. It was Griffin, you said?
Uh Griffith.
Griffith. Okay. I'll I'll remember that, and I'll make sure to tell the big guy.
Thanks, man.
All right, I'm gonna walk out as I round the corner. I'm gonna, well, actually, Guttersnipe can step out of it, the thing of his own will. So I'm going to hope when I feel that Gutter Snipe has left the pocket dimension, the spell will be decast.
Snipe, you've been kind of banging around in that sucker for a little while now. And finally, the commotion stops.
All right. I'm gonna give it a second to make sure that I actually have stopped. I'm gonna climb on out, I suppose.
Okay. You climb out into the room and see what I described before. The safe is in the back right corner.
Hmm. That looks like something that'll take time. I'm gonna pillage through the drawers and the filing cabinets first.
Roll investigation.
That's high one, isn't it? Hell yeah, it is, baby.
It worked. At least I think it worked.
Yeah, that's a 28.
28. 28.
28!
All right.
Uh-oh.
That's an inside joke for the viewers at home.
Okay.
No.
That's exactly the point.
You start pouring through the desk and the two filing cabinets in the room, looking through, trying to find whatever you can find. You page through documents and old shit, and you find 7 gold coins just kind of scattered about in a couple of drawers that have been lost. You're looking around, you find some like tax documents, whatever those are. And a few other things. There's just like a couple of like legal books. But as you're pouring through the second file cabinet, you look through, you don't find any of the documents you're looking for, but as you turn to walk away, you look and you glance. It's very dark, but you see in between the two filing cabinets, there's only a few inches of space. You see there's a little piece of parchment that's been kind of adhered to the side of one of the cabinets.
Oh, hell yeah, baby. Let me have it.
You grab it. It's only a tiny little slip. But you see a 4-digit number. 2564.
Hell yeah. Very convenient, I assume. And I'm gonna put the parchment back. And I'm guessing on the safe, I'm going to find that I can put in said number.
You find a kind of spinning combination lock. It's very complex looking. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. This is clearly a nice high-end safe.
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna see if that 2564 number will work on it.
You scroll 2, 5, 6, 4, and a gun pops out and blasts you in the brain.
Hell yeah.
But in the universe you're in, you hear a chunk.
Baby.
You open up the safe, and you see within there's a few different pieces of paper, a couple like memento looking items, and there's a big old, well, it's not big, a bar of gold.
Oh, no. That's so shiny.
Damn. My one weakness. Uh,
My one weakness. Things.
Paper.
all right, I'm gonna just shove what I can into my handy dandy satchel.
Do you take everything?
No. Please.
Um, what what kind of mementos?
You see, there's a little silver bell and a gnome ball.
Um,
You ever play gnome ball?
I'll I'll leave the gnome ball.
Okay. You take everything
Uh,
else?
yeah.
Okay.
I take everything else and the 7 coins I found scrounging through the drawers. I'm actually going to leave nicely piled on the desk because I'm not a monster.
Oh, the coins?
Yeah, the 7 coins. I'm gonna have it in like a stack of 5 and 2 beside it.
Okay.
Um,
Where's
I'm
gonna sneak?
gonna close the safe. And I'm gonna figure out how I'm supposed to get out of here.
Okay.
Because
Mace,
if you didn't tell me that part of the plan.
you didn't. I don't think that was part of the plan.
Hey, I can't do all the mental legwork, okay?
All right.
Oh, wait. Actually, I know. He left me a rope and a window.
It's gonna. Oh, I know how. I know how to get out of this one. Blast! Egyptian afterlife. Egyptian afterlife. Egyptian afterlife. Boom. Does he get to take
Reincarnate.
your stuff with you? That's, you know. All right. Anyways, Mace,
Yes.
you watch. You watch as this human constable comes up to the door, and slowly behind him, this older officer. He actually walks right in between your carriage and the one parked beside you. He kind of looks up at you. He seems to be of a similar age to you. And he's like, with his little cap, "Evening, miss."
Evening, officer. Did you receive any reports of trouble here, or?
Yeah, he looks at you and kind of stops by the car for a moment. Yeah, we we encountered some guy walking back, and my my partner, he he's new. He doesn't understand how all this works yet. He got him a little excited. Heard there was some things going on here. We once that kid sets his mind on something, he's gonna get it done. So
Right.
we're gonna go in, make sure everything's all clear, and then we'll leave. No incident.
All right. Wonderful. I would be a little scared if, something more were going on. I mean, of course, I wouldn't be shocked if there were a noise complaint. I mean, after all, they had a rather wicked singer take the stage a couple of minutes ago, so I hope that's all it is.
Oh, we heard him coming from down the block. That's why we was driving this way, anyways. But you know how kids are.
Yes. Well, why don't you go and catch up with your partner then? Sorry to keep you.
Oh, pleasure's all mine, miss. You have a good night now.
You too, sir.
You watch as he walks up to his clearly impatient younger partner. Lava.
That is me.
Like a worm? I've really like a big worm. I don't understand what you're.
Uh, why do you why do you hang out with me?
Um, he looks and he's like, uh, wow, all right. Well, I think you're cool. We play no ball together, and it's like, uh, he's looking around. You see, Grash and Corwin are kind of on either ends of the room, and he kind of looks over to either of them. Uh, I mean, it's. Do you like hanging out with me? I mean,
Oh.
you say I don't know. You're just cool as all. We can relate a lot. You know what I mean.
No, I know nothing about you other than your name and you're a foot soldier. Wait,
Oh,
Dude.
yeah, well, no, we talked about other stuff like here today. Yeah, okay, okay, well, he looks over at his two buddies. He's like, all right. Okay, well maybe we can maybe you can get to know me more sometime then. Just like not a party. Like just us.
uh, maybe. Lana's gonna look down at her feet. Like, immediately let go.
Okay. You hear I'll come back to you in a second.
Okay.
At this point, well, none of you have been seeing what's going on with Palmer. But Palmer has kind of excused himself away from this area. And he's kind of placed himself
Back where I found him.
over in another place. Lauva, as you're looking down, you suddenly hear a loud crash come from a nearby room. Immediately followed by a I swear to the fucking gods! You hear the crashing of a table and some chairs and some like now wait man just a second and you look as Carlin, for whatever reason, prompted by something that you did not see, bust out through the beads. And he's like, now who the hell did that? He's covered in ale from head to toe. And you look on over and everybody's like, what is going on? You then hear down at the other end, boom, the loud bursting open of a door. You stunned look down the hallway and see two people who you do not recognize. There's a tall human guy and a smaller gnomish guy. Mace, you watch as this younger human officer just kind of bam kicks the door open with really unnecessarily, and the other guy steps in behind him. And you hear a loud, nobody move! People down the hallway start like, oh, and people around you start kind of, ah. And as you look over, As you look over to Jesper to see what's going on, you watch as a tankard just comes flying through the air and bam, dunks him in the head, and he hits the ground.
Oh my god.
What is going on?
You look over. Roll insight real quick.
Oh no, I closed my character sheet. Dang it. I rolled Insight's Wisdom, right?
Yeah,
14.
a 14. You look and you see. You realize that the tankard came from over in this direction. You see that Palmer does not have his drink in his hand anymore. But before you can say anything, he looks over at Corwin, who he now is identified as your buddy, and he's like, "Whoa!" And he points over at Carlin, says, "Jeez, man, you just threw that at your buddy." And Corwin looks at Carlin, and Grash over there sees it too. He's like, "You did what now?" As Carlin realizes that these people are fucking coming for him, the two half orcs kind of step out from the beads as Corwin and Grash start running down towards him. And Lava, you watch as Palmer just kind of get through and immediately heads towards the back door, looks at you, and he says, and zoop out.
Uh, uh. Okay, I'll talk to you later about the date, and I'm gonna follow Palmer.
Jesper is on the ground, just like, okay. And
Hang on. Can we get a moment of clarification?
yeah,
Palmer threw the drink at Jesper.
maybe.
That is what Lauva gathered.
That's for Lauva to gather, not us.
Lauva can or cannot gather that based on the evidence that she saw.
Never mind that.
No, I know. Jenna knows what you're getting at.
You watch as the crowd in the main room just kind of disperses as this one officer starts walking, just like boom. He's basically running in now because he's seen all this commotion that's going on. He looks at you, looks down at Jesper, looks at you. Is he all right? Looks over.
Are you all right?
Looks over and sees that there is now a pile-on. The beads have been ripped down as everyone is kind of thrown into the mix, and there's a fucking brawl going.
Officer, I got a secret to tell you.
Tell me later. And he watches this guy, this goddamn Tommy Muldoon. He runs over and just goes to get into the fucking tussle himself. Yeah, he's gonna break it up, and the other officer he just starts like, retirement, and he gets shot in the head. He dies, and that's the end. He doesn't get shot in the head, but that is where we are going to end the session. Gutter Snipe and Ashim, you guys hear the commotion downstairs. We'll give you that.
Okay.
But that
We got both our missions complete, so I'm good.
that is where we are going to end tonight's session. So, as always, thank you all for coming. If you're watching at all for the first time or the last time or in the future or whatever, thanks for coming. We hope you enjoyed. If you're one of my players, which is the
Collective.
the five of you in front of me, thanks for
Or the
coming. I
co-
hope you enjoyed. Or if you're the collective, then what are you doing here? I'm glad you're enjoying this.
Look at it, he dweebs.
Anyways, that's all we got. Delinquents session number 26. Thank you all for coming, and everyone, please have a good night. Goodbye.